welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And now we'll get a look at this offense for the first time today. And here he comes. This offense is built completely around the talents of this running back, a rare commodity in today's game, and all eyes are on him.
And the defense knows it too. You know every single snap, this defense is going to be keying on this running back, knowing that he is the key to the offense's success.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Robinson looking to pass. He's got it. Snowed under by the defense.
Well, the offense able to pick up some extra yards after that curl throw there. Because the QB got it to his guy early, he was able to turn around, make a guy miss, and go pick up some yak.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? He'll pull it on the read. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Now, 4th down.
And here comes the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll pull it down. Open space at the 25. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Trying to turn the corner on the jet sweep. Headed to the end zone. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown.
Number 99 with the carry.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude can throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on the line to his wide receiver.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. And he's dragged down. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Getting some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. They're working that left side. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 3. Quickly complete. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call, really nice execution.
From the 30-yard line on first down. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to it. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And a nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Feeling some heat. They get to him as he throws. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Robinson will throw. And the ball is intercepted. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
Well, this quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call, and they get the INT.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Trying to find his man on first down. Dances away. At the 35, he's loose. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Wants to throw on first down. Steps away. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Stumbled to the ground.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. At the 45 on his way. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense.
First down for the offense.
He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
On second down, looking to throw. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Inside a half minute to play. Would they dare go for a score here? They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got his man downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Robinson looking to pass. Sends it downfield. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
Splits those uprights right in half. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Bulls his way forward. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far there in Northwest Ohio today. And a really competitive game so far. I'm talking razor-thin margins in the big statistical categories. And while it may be a broken record, turnovers are the name of the game. The team that limits them, the ones that win that turnover margin, generally speaking, are the ones that have the best chance to get that dub. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Lott Perry Stadium.
We've got a good one going here in the third quarter, all tied up as he's set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
We're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Spits it out to the back. Got a man. It's Morris. And he's knocked down.
You see it so much in college football when they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
Touch pass on the run. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. 1st down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. And that's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And on 2nd down for this offense. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. He'll do it himself. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. Robinson will throw. They're bringing heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Nose tackles in those 3-4 defense are usually space eaters that just make sure guys don't get to linebackers. This guy said, no, sir. I'm a nose tackle with some pass rush ability. Gets to the quarterback. How about the sack from the big nose tackle?
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He looks that one in nicely. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Offense facing 4th down.
They bring the punter onto the field now. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Running it back, it's Mason. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. We've got a tie game, and this defense will try to keep it that way with just a few minutes left. Give to the running back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Gonna run it. It's Morris. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
The pressure, the intensity is palpable. A huge play right here on 3rd and 2. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. You don't have to make things complicated. You see zone, you throw the hitch, you pick up some positive yardage.
Yes, Reese, that's easy when my guy's really fast and quick. Those guys in the slot, get it to them after the catch is their specialty, can make some magic happen.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Going deep. Pass falls incomplete, but that was basically a free play as the defense was offsides, and this is going to be a first down.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
They want to just keep throwing it, using the back as a receiver on the screen.
I tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. From the gun, running back on the move. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The give to the back. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be third down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Leaves it with the back. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Robinson looking to pass. Pressure coming. A strike downfield. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out.
Love the play call in a 2-minute situation here in the fourth quarter. Out-breaking route so you can make the catch, hopefully get out of bounds and save yourself clock.
I don't think the pressure's going to get to these guys. This is when it's fun. Late in the game, down one score, gotta have it right now. Shoots it to the left. It's caught. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Pocket starts to collapse. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds and incomplete.
Great job of timing the blitz and calling it at a perfect moment when the offense was going to drop back and throw. They're able to get to him, hit him. They don't get the sack, but they do affect his accuracy, and it falls incomplete.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 24. He's looking to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Passing situation, what do I want to do? I want to bring more guys that can cover guys on the outside. Nice job by this defense, running the dime package, more DBs on the field to match up with all these speedy wide receivers.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. That's caught. It's Parks. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
2nd down.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Robinson will throw. Coming after it. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Man, this late in the game, it's go time. I got to have a score. I'm not worried about downs. I'm going through my 2-minute script. We know what's coming. We practiced this all week. It's 2nd down, incomplete pass, go to 3rd down. If we need to go for it on 4th down, this offense just has to keep that high energy up and try to run these plays fast.
Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game, but it all comes down to this play right here.
Trailing by a touchdown, this 4th down opportunity is gargantuan. Unleashes to the end zone. Takes it to the house. They are down by 1, and the clock strikes 0.
Man, you did the hard part. What a drive, putting points together, getting 6. Now, what are you going to do? Decision time. Do you want to go for the win right now, go for the 2-point conversion, or kick this thing and go into overtime with seconds running down on the clock?
As much pressure as you'll see on an extra point to tie it and send it to overtime. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably, maybe 1 possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Got him downfield. Bounces into the end zone for a touchdown.
This offense is high-octane, boy, and you just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Smith.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. Running back searching for a hole. Shakes off the tackler. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a 1st down.
And that's a good, solid run there, Reese. If you want to win in overtime, running the football is a good idea.
Showing that you're the more physical team in overtime can really be a breaking of their will. 1st and goal, down a touchdown. They have to get it in the end zone. Robinson looking to pass. And he's got it in the end zone.
Obviously very hard to complete passes in this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
Don't assume on this extra point. They needed to send it to a second OT. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Now first down here in the second overtime. It'll be a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and that the offense has a negative play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw, trying to get to it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
This thing has been back and forth now. 1st and goal as they try to take the lead in overtime number 2. Into the end zone. And it's a touchdown. Puts 6 on the board.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
Second overtime, and they'll have to go for 2. The give. They do not get the 2, and now the lead sits at 6 in double OT. Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Looking to the big tight end. He makes a grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
1st and goal in overtime, and they have to answer with a touchdown. They'll run it. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, what a great response by this offense, going down the field, scoring the touchdown. Now, I got to go for 2. I know the new overtime rules. They changed this years ago. Jesse, you should work on this in practice. What's your go-to 2-point play right here?
I'll tell you, after running the ball as well as they did on that last touchdown, I could see them doing it again. I think they've got confidence in the big fellas up front to get it done, find a way into the end zone, and be more physical.
Have to go for 2 here in the second overtime, and this one would win the game. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Oh, and this one's picked off. A huge overtime turnover. They don't get it. A great stop by the defense, and we will play a 3rd overtime. And now it's all 2-point conversion attempts from here on out. Quick pass on the fly motion. They can't get it done on the 2, and now they'll rely on the defense. Now this 2-point conversion attempt for the win. Trying to punch it in. That's it. That's the ball.